Today I'm going to give you 14 proven principles that will practically guarantee your success on YouTube if you implement them. So number one, and this is an absolute must, is focus on the inputs and not the outputs. Now I'm not going to go all philosophical on you today, but I want you to think about this. We will use the data of how many views we get, our CTR percentage, how many subscribers we get, and all that kind of stuff. But we will not let it define us or our success as we build a successful channel this year. So the way we need to change our mindset is that instead of focusing on the output, on how many subscribers we get or how many views we get, we focus on the inputs. Things like, how many videos did we create? How much time did we spend each day generating video ideas? How much time did we spend each day writing videos or editing videos? All the things that if you do consistently every single day will lead to a successful YouTube channel. Number two is we are going to select a niche that is proven already to be successful. So a lot of people think that they want to go on YouTube and find their niche market, or they think that YouTube is incredibly crowded and there's not a space for them. Well, that's actually one of the beautiful things about YouTube. There are creators in my niche that are way bigger than me with way bigger teams and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars of equipment that I don't have. And there's people that don't even have a setup like I have. Yet, there's still a spot for me in my niche, just like there's a spot for you. And the beautiful thing is you want to select a niche that's already proven to be successful, where people are already making money, because this allows us to know that we are not spinning our wheels on YouTube, that we are doing something over the long term, that if we put in the inputs, we're going to get the results we want, which is a channel that is growing and is making money. Okay, the third thing that we are going to do is we're going to spend a good amount of time developing one really high quality clickable thumbnail for our niche. And the key to this is we need to make a thumbnail template that is comparable to the top channels in our niche. Because if we don't get people to click on our videos, we don't get people to watch, which means our channel doesn't grow and our channel doesn't make money. So if this takes you an entire day or an entire week to create this thumbnail that is comparable to others in your niche, it's time well spent. And the reason we only have to do this one time, guys, is because we're going to use this template for every single video that we create. Because once we have one that is proven, that is comparable to the top channels in our niche, now when we make a new video, we might put a few other photos in there or some different text, but we already have a proven thumbnail template that works. And we're going to compare it with the top channels in our niche. And if it doesn't at least match or exceed the quality of their thumbnail, then we're not done yet, because we're going to work on it until it is. All right, number four, and this one is a huge one for me. And funny story, I actually had someone recently click on one of my videos and tell me that they hated my thumbnail, okay? But the key thing that they said was the reason they clicked on my video was because of the title. Guys, titles are massive on YouTube. So the way I like to approach this, and again, we're focusing on inputs, is to spend 30 minutes every single day researching and writing titles. And most of your time should be spent writing titles. So I would recommend spending 80% of your time focused on writing titles and 20% of your time on researching titles, because a lot of times what happens is we go into YouTube, we start doing some research, 30 minutes to an hour goes by and we have nothing to show for. That's why we want to spend the majority of our time actually writing titles. And the reason that I recommend this, guys, is number one, titles are extremely important to getting clicks and views on YouTube. But number two, copywriting is one of the skills that if you want to be successful online at any venture, you have to master copywriting. And by writing titles for 30 minutes a day, you're going to increase that skill tremendously. And that's the key to getting views, to making sales, to building an email list, to writing great scripts. So by focusing on that 30 minutes a day, you are going to level up your skills and become a better YouTuber. Okay, number five, and this ties exactly into the one that we just covered, but now it's spend 1 hour every day writing. And I know you're thinking, wow, that's a lot. Well, guys, use this time dedicated to writing scripts and outlines for your videos. And one of the things this is going to help you do, guys, is stay ahead of your content engine, right? One of the toughest things about YouTube is staying consistent and continuing to post. I've been there, I've done it. Well, if you focus on the input of writing every single day and writing the scripts for the titles that you spent time generating, well, that's how you stay ahead of that, because you always have content that is either outlined or scripted. So when it's time to hit the record button, you are ready to go. All right, number six is you are going to commit to posting a minimum, guys, a minimum of 2 times per week on YouTube. Because here's the truth, guys. On YouTube, just like anything else, the 80-20 rule rule applies. 80% of your results on YouTube are going to come from 20% of the videos that you create. Well, if you only create one video a week or less than that, well, at most, the maximum amount of opportunities you have to get a lot of views and subscribers on YouTube this year is 52, right? Well, if I commit to making 2 videos per week for an entire year, that's over 100 videos. And if I use the 80-20 rule on that, that means that 20% of those videos have a good chance of getting a lot of views. So that's roughly 20 videos that could help blow up our channel, get a lot of views, get a lot of subscribers, and make us a lot of money. And as you do this, you are going to find your highest performing videos and make more content just like that to accelerate your growth. All right, number 7 is spending 40 to 50% of your time scripting and editing the first 1 minute of your video. Follow any guru on YouTube and you'll consistently hear the advice that you got to keep people captured in the beginning. You got to get people past 30 seconds. You got to get people past the first minute, because what the top YouTubers have found is that if you can get people to watch the first 30 seconds or the first minute of your video, they're likely to stick around to the end. But if you don't, most of your views drop off, and that's when you don't get the watch time. And that, my friend, is what YouTube wants, and that's how you get your entire channel to succeed. Tip number 8, you are going to batch film your content. All right, I talked a little bit a minute ago about how it's extremely easy to get caught up in the grind of, creating one video at a time and posting it to YouTube, and you fall off the wagon, right? You have a rough week, you're sick for 1 week, you don't feel good, you're tired, whatever the case may be. For some reason, you lose consistency. Well, by batch filming content, you eliminate that. And guys, I'll be honest, I thought this was impossible at first. It takes a lot of energy just to record one video. But if you're doing the other things that I've already taught in this video of coming up with titles and ideas every day, with researching, with writing every single day, writing scripts, writing outlines, well, this becomes a lot easier because you pick 1 or 2 days a week to record multiple videos. There are days right now where I record anywhere from 3 to 7, 8, 9, 10 videos. And I do that in one go because I know that I can edit those videos and get it set up where I can post 2 videos consistently on my channel and have content out for weeks ahead of the time. So if I get sick, if I get tired, if something comes up, it doesn't matter. I still got 6 to 8 weeks to get caught up, right? Which brings me into our next tip, which is to create what I call a content buffer. And all this simply means is at minimum, you want to be 4 to 6 weeks out on your content, right? So I talked about posting 2 videos per week. Well, that means you always want to be 8 to 12 videos ahead so that at minimum you have content for the next 4 weeks. So if you get sick, you get tired, it doesn't matter. Your channel is going to continue to grow because you're going to have fresh content coming out that week, the next week, and the week after that, whether you created content that day or that week at all. Tip number 10, ensure that at least 60% of the content that you create for your channel is evergreen content, meaning that it has a long shelf life. What a lot of people get into the trend of doing is creating content on trendy topics. And I've been there because it's exciting, right? When something new comes out and you create a video on it, oftentimes views skyrocket. It's a 1 of 10. Your channel grows significantly, which is great for a short period of time. Well, to combat that, we're going to do that 40% of the time. And then the other 60% of the time, we're going to create content on our channel that is evergreen, that is still going to get views, not just today, not just tomorrow, but for 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now. And the way you do that is with evergreen content. Tip number 11 is creating content in a series. The only thing better than getting watch time on YouTube is getting people to watch more of your videos and getting more watch time on YouTube. And an easy way to do that is to create consecutive videos that lead from one another, right? So you could pick one topic within your niche and go all in on it and create 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 videos on it and post those consecutively on your channel and watch the amount of views and watch time on your channel skyrocket. Tip number 12 is you have to leverage AI for efficiency. If you watch my channel, I give you a lot of tutorials on how to grow your channel using smart tools like ChatGPT or video editing tools that decrease your watch time with AI. Guys, if you don't hop on it, other creators will, and other creators will go ahead of you, right? Because it's that powerful. It saves time. It comes up with better ideas than you or I could. And at the end of the day, if you're not doing it, you're going to fall behind. Tip number 13 is you need to be building a list and an audience that isn't just on YouTube's platform. Look, YouTube subscribers are great, but at the end of the day, one of the most profitable things that you can ever have is an email list, because at the click of a few buttons, you can send out an email to thousands of people that can buy your products, that can watch your content and make you money. So guys, this year, find a way to build an email newsletter to get subscribers that you can communicate with at a click of a button and sell products to. Which brings me to our final tip. Guys, monetize your YouTube channel beyond just ads and sponsorships. I do a lot of tutorials on this channel about creating digital products or courses or micro courses. And the reason, guys, is this is one of the most profitable ways to make a whole lot of money on YouTube, regardless of the size of your channel. And if you follow some of the top YouTubers, look at how they are monetizing their content. They're making tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars per month selling their own digital products, their own courses, and consulting and things like that. So guys, think beyond just monetizing with ads and sponsorships. Sell your own digital products, courses, micro courses, and that kind of stuff.